Hello everybody, today for you I have a duel with my Quickdraw Dragon deck list against Machina Ancient Gears. Let's go ahead and get into it. We start off by losing the die roll. Our opening hand is Trap, Dust Shoot, Whitestone Legend, Quickdraw, Synchron, Debris, and Raigeki Break. So we do have a pretty decent hand here. The only thing we're really missing is access to that Dandelion. We got the trade in. Now we could go Quickdraw, discard Whitestone to trigger the trade in, but we don't know for sure we're going to draw into a way to take advantage of that Quickdraw. So I think it's better to just set and use our Raigeki Break to discard the Whitestone in order to trade in. But unfortunately, he hits the Raigeki Break with the MST. We're able to flip Trap, Dust Shoot here though. We decide to put back a Machina Gear Frame so you can't make a big push this turn. He'll then discard Cyber Dragon to special summon a Fortress and push for a big damage. So it looks like I'm probably going to be forced to discard the Whitestone for the quick draw. So he go ahead and sets everything. I know he has Morphing Jar here, guys, because I did just Trap Dust Shoot him, so I know he has no out for what I'm about to do. I draw the Foolish Burial. This gives me access to the Dandelion, so I'm going to be able to make a Black Rose play and nuke his board. Which is going to lead to a swift victory, I'm going to say, right? What's he going to do after this point? So we'll Black Rose, he'll be on no cards, we'll be on Quick Draw with our 2 Dandy tokens, and we're going to be able to discard that Whitestone to search the Blue Eyes. So now our trade-in's live, and we have access to Drill Warrior. So I feel like my hands just got pretty good. You know, it's going to be hard to lose from this position. We'll swing in with our Drill Warrior, discard the Quick Draw Synchron for next play, or next turn. Our opponent passes after drawing a trade-in. We'll be able to get back our Drill Warrior. We'll add back to our hand the Dandelion. This will give us 2 more tokens. And we'll be able to summon our Debris Dragon. Now, I realized something here. I wanted to go into level 8 Synchro, but that would have filled my entire board with tokens, so my Drill Warrior wouldn't come back, so I ended up taking that play back here. As you can see it, I'm like, hold up. We're going to make a level 7 Synchro with the tokens to summon Ancient Fairy so that our board doesn't get full. This is a little bit lackluster. I kind of wish I didn't add back the Dandy with the Drill Warrior, but lesson learned, right? It's probably not going to make a difference at this point due to the fact that we are up so many cards. So he summons Gear Frame, nice top deck on his part, searches Fortress. He won't be able to use that at this point. It seems like he doesn't have access to Force for some reason. He swings over my Dandy. I'll get 2 tokens here. Then we'll be able to get back our Drill Warrior, and our Drill Warrior's effect will trigger again, adding back with the Whitestone. From here, we're able to summon Quick Draw, discarding the Whitestone to search us to Blue Eyes. I love being able to recycle Whitestones with Drill Warriors just to keep searching and blessing. And from here, we can make a Synchro with this Quick Draw and attack for game. Alright. Game 2. We'll be going second again. Our opening hand's not too strong. We do have Gores though, and Raigeki Break and Trenchel, so we're feeling kind of safe. We'll swing in with a Wyvern. He had a Trenchel, but he decided to save it, so at this point, we'll probably just swing in. We don't want to Cards of Constance Debris Dragon unless we have to. Our opponent's hand doesn't seem like it's very good at this point, so we're pretty safe. Just keep swinging in, play around heavy, not worry about too much. Alright, we draw a Pot of Avarice. This is a card I was playing around with for a little bit in the list. I decided to take it out in the end because it was dead early game. We just keep on swinging in with our Wyvern. So he goes for a Smashing Ground on our Wyvern. Alright, we drew Foolish Burial. This is going to give us access to our Dandelion, making our Debris Dragon live. We're thinking here, he thinks Trenchel. Okay, that's fine. We get 2 Dandelion tokens. We're safe anyway. He's going to need to clear these tokens or face repercussions. So yeah, MST's my Raigeki Break. Bad decision on his part. I chain it to pop his back row. He summons a Gear Frame. Alright, so he's getting into his engine here. He discards his summon the Fortress. And he Raigeki Breaks my tokens. Very aggressive play on his part. Not something I would personally do. And because of that, he walks right into our Gorus, which is going to help us clear this fortress. No problem. Alright, we got a Cards Constant Trade in our hand, kind of dead. Feels a little bad. That's okay, though. We'll swing in with the Gorus, swing in with the token. I'll clear the fortress. We'll set one pass here and summon our red MD on the end phase. He Heavy Storms our back row. It's a torrential, no big deal to be honest with you. We didn't plan on using that because we lost our red med anyway. So he summons the fortress here and swings into our red med to get rid of it. That's alright. We drew Trap Dust Shoot. We pass. We want to keep Trap Dust Shoot in our hand. Our opponent's not going to have 4 cards for a while, and we might need to discard it for something like Regeki Break. Alright, we draw Quick Draw. Unfortunate. Alright, finally we draw a monster. Now, we discard it for Wyvern. So we can now in the end phase summon the red MD. Because we want to apply a little bit of pressure here. Our opponent doesn't seem to have much. So he summons a fortress here, attacks over the quick draw instead of getting rid of the red MD. I'm not sure if that was the right play. Because from here we can summon back our Debris Dragon, swing it in. So that we can remain protected and keep damage away from our life points. We were able to Gold Strike the Future Fusion. But our life points are kind of low, so this game might be over before Future Fusion gets to our hand. He uses Gear Frame, searches Fortress, and he ends up having to pass. Alright, we drew Whitestone, so we're in now. So we're going to be able to use Cards of Constance and then also trade in to net us a +1 and cycle cards in our deck. Ooh, another Cards of Constance. We're in. Alright, from here, I'm going to activate the Pot of Avarice that I play. This is going to give me more targets for Cards of Constance that are not Debris Dragon. So we go ahead and summon our Dandy and go into an Ancient Fairy Dragon. The reason we go into Ancient Fairy Dragon here is because his deck has no way to attack over Ancient Fairy Dragon, right? Fortress can't do it, their Gagiltrons can't do it, their Golems can't do it. So once I have this in play, I have complete control of this game. It's also a card I can summon back with Red Med, so it seems like the safest thing to do. There's no reason to be attacking this back row, even though it's a bluff. Alright, he decides to go for his Gagiltron here. This isn't going to help him at all. He's just going to be able to kill the tokens, which is no big deal. Alright, we draw the Quick Draw, and very good. We get our Future Fusion now, and we're able to resolve a Debris Dragon into Dandelion. We're going to go for a Black Rose play here, so we don't have to deal with any of his cards anymore, and we can sit tight with huge card advantage. Alright, we get 2 Dandy tokens, so we're safe from any damage on next turn, and we're able to Future Fusion here. We dump the White Stones because we don't really have anything else to dump at this point. And we're able to make a Drill Warrior play. Being able to Future Fusion and make a Drill Warrior play at the same time, have plenty of discard fodder with the blue eyes is very nice. We're able to attack him with Drill Warrior for game. Alright guys, I do have one little extra duel here if you're interested. Let's take a peek at it. This one's against Love Machine. Oh boy. Alright, we're playing against what looks to be some kind of dark deck with Gold Sark. Okay. So we open Quick Draw Dandelion Debris Dragon. So we're sitting pretty tight with this hand. We go ahead and summon our Quick Draw, discard, go into our Drill Warrior. We'll probably discard the Wyvern here with the Drill Warrior. That's always a nice card to discard. And we'll pass turn with your Regeki Break. So he activates double Gold Sark. Oh boy. Future Fusion and Morphing Jar. So he's setting up for a big play. He's going to set 3 pass. Draw Gores. Gores will be nice to have in our hand just in case he goes for an OTK. Get our Drill Warrior back and the Dandy. Go ahead and discard the Dandy for the Drill Warrior. Summon our tokens and pass. We're going to save this Debris Dragon, guys, because we want to save the Debris Dragon for after he activates Future Fusion and sets his Morphing Jar, because you know if he sets Morphing Jar, he's going to set his hand and go for a big play, and a Black Rose play at that point will be amazing. Alright, we draw Red Eye Darkness Metal Dragon. Very good. Drill Warrior comes back. We'll add back our Quick Draw. We have too many tokens anyway. So we'll remove 2 tokens for the Red Med, and we'll use Red Med to summon back our Wyvern. Very nice. We'll use Drill Warrior here, discarding Quick Draw. We don't really need it. I don't want to discard any cards in my hand at this point. And we'll swing on in, get hit by a Mirror Force. That's okay. I could have seen that coming. Our Wyvern can float next turn regardless. No big deal. So now he gets his Future Fusion and Morphing Jar back. So he's going to activate Future Fusion. Now I saved this Regeki Break since turn 1 for this Future Fusion. Smart me. We'll go ahead and get rid of that. And you'll set the morphing jar. Now the moment has come. We'll go ahead and bring back our Drill Warrior. Ooh, we drew a White Stone. Very good. We'll get back our Quick Draw. We'll discard the White Stone here for Drill Warrior, getting us a Blue Eyes and a +1. And from here, we can summon our Debris Dragon, bring back Dandy, and go into our Black Rose. We'll nuke the board here. Once again, submitting an advantage over our opponent. He does have Mind Crush, though, so he's able to hit Blue Eyes. I'm not sure why he didn't hit Quick Draw. I probably would have hit Quick Draw. And I go ahead and pass. I decide not to summon Quick Draw because I want to keep the Gores in my hand. He just summons Wyvern and pass. I'll bring back my Drill Warrior, get back the Dandy. We're able to go for another play here. Summoning Dandy tokens. And we'll Tribute Summon for the Quick Draw, not discard, to make ourselves another Drill Warrior. Now we got 2 Drill Warriors in play. So we're going to be able to cycle back 2 monsters every turn. Most likely, we're going to be cycling back the Debris Dragon, right, guys? We're going to be able to Debris Dragon our opponent every turn to keep gaining advantage and more advantage while being protected by Dandy tokens. Our opponent bricked. He's playing. So our opponent here is playing like a some kind of deck dev deck. It's really interesting. I do actually have another duel against him. I might show you guys too after this one. So now we get back both our Drill Warriors, add back the Red Med, add back the Debris. We're going to do what I was talking about in my deck list video, or my deck profile video, where I banished one of these targets for the Red Ice Darkness Metal after making a Stardust here. Banish Debris, summon back Red, or use Red Med, summon Blue Eyes, and from here we're able to attack for game. Alright, now I did mention I kind of wanted to show you guys another duel against that guy. Here we are. So this is our game 1 here, guys. Game 1 against that virus deck. He described it as his AIDS deck, which is how I felt about it. Alright, so our opening hand's not too strong here. We do have a Wyvern, Dandy, Foolish, and Darkness Metal. Our opponent opens Future Fusion off the Gold Sark. He did pretty much every game, which played in his favor. So I go ahead and set the Dandy and set 2 back row here. I'm feeling pretty safe because I do have the Debris Dragon follow-up. We'll get rid of his Red Med to try and keep him away from any plays. He upstarts, though, and draws into Eradicator. Oof. Alright, we drew our Future Fusion. Unfortunately, I don't think our Future Fusion is going to be enough here. So now he gets his Future Fusion. His Future Fusion is going to be a lot more impactful because he plays those viruses, and you're about to see that. Now, the viruses are really interesting. It's something I might consider playing in the future. But the viruses are only as good as our opponent's deck is bad, it feels like sometimes. So he hits me here, calls spells. That's okay. We'll be able to Red Med here, summon a White Stone, and flip our Dandelion. Summon our Debris. Oh, and he hits me with the deck dev, guys. We were going to go for a Black Rose play, potentially. That deck dev really hurts, though. So now we're under Eradicator and deck dev, so we're kind of being choked. We have plenty of cards that are unaffected by them, but we can't really do much about it. He does have Mirror Force too. It's not looking good for us here, guys. He's going to be able to summon his Red Med, and we're going to keep losing cards as we draw them to his viruses. Now he gets his 5-headed out. We have Torrential, but he has Judgment. He summons his Prime Material. The Prime Material is really going to seal the deal because now I can't Black Rose my way out of this. Drawing the Gores, but Gores isn't going to help us here at this point, guys, because of the fact that his 5-headed can attack for exact amount of damage. We have life points left. We try to keep him from killing us next turn by killing both his other monsters, so leaving him only on the 5-headed. Unfortunately, though, he sets a Fusler, so he's going to be able to virus us again, so we're not going to be able to access and out to the 5-headed. We need our low-level monsters to out 5-headed to go into synchro plays and stuff. I call him a bully because that's really what he's doing here. He's bullying the heck out of me. Draws an Explorer Dragon, but that's not really going to matter. cards of constants, no way to use it because any target I could draw for it would get hit by the deck dev. From here, I'm just trying to hold on, and it's over. So guys, as you can see, this deck can be very fun to play. It can be very powerful, netting you a lot of advantage off discards, off quick draw and stuff. But it does have a new additional weakness that traditional dragon decks don't have, that weakness to deck dev. So that's something to consider. Honestly though, I still feel like most people aren't going to side in those deck devs against this list, because it doesn't really deal with what they consider the big problem for them, which is the big dragon monsters. Well, I hope you enjoyed it, guys. If you are interested in the deck list, I do have another video that I will be putting in the description that goes over the deck list into more detail. And have a nice day.